Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 20. And it's time to get the offseason going, and unfortunately, it's sooner than I wanted to as we got into the wild card game, taking on the Toronto Blue Jays, and 2 runs in the 8th inning gave them the lead, and that was it. The season ended. It was a very, very outstanding, good season, 92-70. We really improved. We finally reached the playoffs. With this team, I thought we were going to be able to do a little bit more damage in the playoffs. Just could not win the division with how the Oakland A's just took off. One of the best teams in baseball. But now we get to see what this team can do going forward. And you can see the pitchers, Matt Lynn, our number 1 pick, our first ever pick in this franchise. I expect him to be up this year. He will be in the rotation. There's no doubt about it. He had an unbelievable year last year in AAA. He's done his job. He will be in the rotation. So now the question is, what do you do with the rest of the roster? So Adley Rutschman will definitely, I think, be the starter. Murphy and Nola have done a very good job, no doubt about it, but Rutschman's ready. Vogelbach, what a fantastic season. Evan White, I'm not sure what to do with because I got Roy McMahon there. Evan White had a bit of a down year. After a fantastic first season, there's a chance maybe he could be traded. D. Gordon will be a free agent. Didi Gregorius obviously signed a contract extension. We got Tomas Rodriguez, our number 1 pick last year. I think he'll just move up to AAA. I don't expect him to start. And then same with Marte. I think they'll stay. Kellenic Lashley will obviously be the outfielder there in left field. Mookie Betts, no doubt about it, starter and center. Great season from Charlie Fox. He's really good. And obviously the season Julio Rodriguez put up only 82 games is just ridiculous with 26 home runs. So he'll be obviously the starter in right field. So outfield, don't really have to worry. You can see the Red Sox have won the World Series, beating the Dodgers in 7 games. So that crazy series against Oakland, you can see 7 games there. Dodgers took care of the Pirates and then took 7 games to take care of the Dodgers. Xander Bogaerts, who had a fantastic season, puts up some crazy numbers there in the World Series with 4 home runs, and he wins the World Series MVP. So the Sox are the champs, and we go to the offseason now. So our contract is up. Now, technically, we are able to leave this team, the Seattle Mariners team. You got the White Sox, Padres, and Dodgers that are right now offering us a deal, but I'm going nowhere. I'm sticking with this Mariners team. Don't expect to leave. We want to win a World Series, that is for sure. Those other jobs are great, no doubt about it, but we're sticking with the Mariners. You can see Kyler Murray. He told us early in the season he was going to retire, and he does, moving on to full-time football. I see Robinson Cano, Joey Votto retire. I think Votto would be a Hall of Famer. I think so. He put up some really fantastic number. Great hitter for years. Ryan Braun retires because of age. So let's see if he gets into the Hall of Fame. It's only Cano. So Cano gets into the Hall of Fame. Just short of 3,000 hits. Not too bad, but man, he did have an outstanding career. And now we head on to the offseason. So we obviously have the exclusive free agents. We have to see if we need any more staff members. It looks like we need a third base coach for sure. So we need to get a third base coach. Now I looked into rebranding the team, creating a new uniform. I just didn't like any. It was just nothing struck me. I just decided we're sticking what we got right now. Nothing really came to me. I didn't really want to do anything, so we're just gonna stick with it here, as we'll try to off Stemley a contract. So we got Andrew Miller, D. Gordon, Justin Turner. Justin Turner brought in the end of the season because he just really had nobody there with injuries. I don't think we're going to bring him back. Andrew Miller, I want to bring back for sure. He gives us, obviously, that lefty out of the bullpen. I know he's 36 years old, but he still performed well. I know he gave up some runs there in the wild card game, but still try to bring him up. D. Gordon, it's really tough. I like D. Gordon. He gives you that speed, gives you good, decent defense. He was up there in team hits, but I don't think we're going to bring him back. I think we're going to go in another direction. D. Gordon will hit free agency. But you see Gregorius signed to the season. Miller signed here, so Miller's good. Our contract offer was not accepted there, so we got to go in another direction for third base coach. We're going to go Mel Stoudemire Jr. Give him about a 3-year deal. We're about $3.5 million. Hopefully he can he'll accept that deal, and we'll go on from there. So let's sim through here as Stoudemire accepts, so that's fantastic. And let's head into now free agency. As you can see, Frawley was on waivers. We kind of took him off the 40, and same with Andrew Moore, so they were picked up respectively by those teams. And let's go to free agency. Let's see what we got. I'm not sure the plan's really going into free agency. I kind of just wanted to see who was there. and then go from there. And then if there's anybody that I really think about possibly, we can definitely go into. You can see the arbitration. Same thing with tendering contracts. Obviously, the tender contracts, I won't go through that. That is just insane. And look at the free agent list. Oh! Correa, Lindor, Trevor Story, Syndergaard, Bryant, Aroldis. I mean, look at the shortstop. You got Corey Seager, Javier Baez. Wow. This is the craziest free agent list I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Schwarber, Jorge Soler, McCullers. Look, we're like 5 rows down. We're still at about 85, 86 overalls. This is nuts. Wow. Givens, Elvis Andrews there. So if you need if you're in the market for a shortstop, I mean, you got a list of some of the top guys in the league. A chance to bring them back. Unbelievable. So looking at this, I'm thinking we might offer one of those guys a deal. What we can do is move Gregorius, I think, over to second base. With G. Gordon gone, we can move Gregorius to second, or even third, and move Keyboom over. Probably Gregorius to second, and then move Keyboom over to third base. And we can get one of these guys. We can get Correa from our rivals, the Astros, Lindor. Trevor Story. Correa's only 27. Lindor's 28. Man, we got to really think about that. Wow. So we're going to offer pretty much arbitration to all these guys. We're going to try to sign Max Fried to a better deal. That'll put him around 32 years old. Not that bad of an offer. I mean, the way the season he's put up, he's only 28. Not too bad. I'm fine with that deal. $35 million over 4 years. It's only $8 million a year. I mean, hey, I'll take that for a guy that could be a number 1 pitcher. Maybe right now I'm number 2, depending what happens with Paxton and see what happens in the rotation. But yeah, we'll do that. Try to sign him to a deal. Same with Luke Jackson. We'll try to sign him to just a 1-year deal out of the bullpen. You can see the rest of the guys offer arbitration, like Dustin May. But I'm not really worried about getting a deal with those. I'll take the arbitration. But some of these guys that are a little bit older, like, Pat McGill, same thing. Just maybe a 2-year deal. Keep him out of the bullpen. He performed very well this year. ERA under 2. Anybody else I'm trying to think. I think Edwards and Dyson I'm just going to let walk. Murphy, I definitely want to bring back. I think maybe just we'll offer him arbitration. Maybe just offer him like a 1 or 2 year deal. Maybe just a 1-year deal. I think that works at 30 years old. Just trying to reduce the money a little bit. See if we can work out 1 year, $3 million deal. That's not too bad. I think he'll probably be the backup for sure. So let's go back to this free agent craziness. And I think we're going to go with Lindor. I think just with the average, the defense, the power, and he's got speed. Definitely a 5-tool player. I think I'm willing to give him, a crazy deal. I know 7 years, that'll put him at 35 years old. Around $217 million, about $31 million a year. Especially now, we'll have Mookie Betts and Hannibal in the books, possibly. We'll see. So we offer a deal to Lindor. That's what we decided to go with. And you can see, trying to look at the rest of the roster here. Trying to just see now, looks like we got starters, depending what happens, obviously, with Lindor. We have starters that are in place. We just need guys for backup. So I think Cuthbert, obviously, a backup. Depending what we do, you can see that hole there. Depending what we do at first base, I think we're obviously good. You can see Lindor still in the books, but nobody else has really offered a deal to any of these guys left. But we got Brandon Crawford, a possibility we can bring in to be a backup role. Get some guy in there to, battle with Cuthbert. We got Freddie Galvis, who's actually not that bad. Not bad of a hitter. Good fielder. That's kind of what you want. At least either speed or fielding coming out off the bench. I still want you to be a decent hitter. He only had 219 last year. But still, if you can get some good defense, that's good enough for me. So we'll offer him just a 1-year deal, around $4.5 million. And I think that'll be good there. Hopefully he'll sign that deal, give us some nice depth, just in case of injury. So we sent through Roberto Perez. He will be going to the Giants. He signs a 3-year, $47 million deal. Has anybody else signed yet so far? Deal for Lindor still there. Let's see. Aroldis Chapman went back to the Yankees with a 3-year deal. So we sim through. Joe Kelly will be going to the Mets, 2-year, about 3-year, $27 million deal. And Lindor has signed. Oh, man, we got Francisco Lindor now. Unbelievable. We got ourselves another superstar. This is crazy. The free agent list was insane. Jorge Soler goes to the Mets as well. He signs a nice deal. Anybody else sign there? Chris Bryant goes back to the Cubs, 6 years, $166 million. So he just re-signs with the Cubs. Rendon back to the White Sox. So Ender Inciarte and Garate goes to the Twins. The Rays get Robles, signs a 3-year deal around $50 million. Carlos Correa goes to the Rockies. So him and Nolan Arenado there. Wow, there you go. I mean, they didn't have Trevor Story, but man, Carlos Correa, 10 years, $310 million. Syndergaard goes to the White Sox. Oh, man. We're going to have to see him in the AL. Conforto, Giants. Fultonevich is going to go to the Red Sox. Ooh. Javier Baez goes to the Reds. That's an interesting one. Staying in that division. Going to play the Cubs. Schwarber goes to the Angels, so we will see Kyle Schwarber. Seager goes to the Brewers, so stays in the NL. JD Martinez to the Braves. Man, this free agency is nuts. Absolutely crazy free agency. As now we get into February, we'll hit the arbitration for Kyle Lewis, Carter Kieboom. Looks like Kalnick signed the arbitration, and same thing with Dustin May. We'll just renew a lot of the contracts. And now we're going to get into a big trade. So Evan White, Kyle Lewis, guys I'm not too high on. And I was thinking, let's even get a big-time pitcher. I mean, I was trying to get Blake Snell. There was no doubt about it. I was trying to get Snell. His deal is up. And the way the Rays, do, his deal is up. He's probably not going to sign a big-time contract. I tried to get Snell. It did not work out in our favor. But that's the deal for Tyler Glasnow. And, man, he just absolutely gives us another number one. And now, it sounds crazy, but I want Matt Lynn to be in there. So I'm willing to deal with Taijuan Walker. He's on his last year of his deal. He's 29 years old. And I got this deal from the Orioles, Keegan Aiken and Anthony Santander, and it gives us a great outfielder for the backup. Aiken's not that bad. He can even pitch in the bullpen. So I thought that was a good deal because that allows Matt Lynn to move in the rotation, and we got now Tyler Glasnow, who just gives us another unbelievable pitcher. So this is the lineup going into the season. Kelenic, Lindor, Betts, Gregorius, Vogelbach, Kieboom, Rodriguez, Rushman, and Roy McMahon will be the first baseman. With Evan White gone, McMahon, the third-round pick a few years ago, he's been unbelievable. He will be now the first baseman. So we got Glasnow, Ace, Max Fried, Paxton, Gilbert, and Matt Lynn will be at number 5. We moved Justice Sheffield, kind of a long relief guy, maybe a spot starter. So we got Miller, Tuavalia, Miguel Cabrera, Luke Jackson. So you see Genesis Cabrera, we moved to the bullpen as well. Dustin May will be the closer to start. And man, I have to say, this might be... we got some... I would have to say you can see the new goals, reach postseason and win division series. I think we got some World Series aspirations with this team. This team looks legit. There is no doubt about it. This lineup, I'd have to say, is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you go down, I don't know where the lineup stops. Everybody on this lineup can hit. The rotation's fantastic. The bullpen's great. Man, it's going to be an interesting season. So tell me what you guys thought about this offseason. Crazy free agency, the signing of Lindor. Tell me what you think. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.